How targeted were these demonstrations?
Well, they were fairly targeted mostly at shopping malls around the city on Christmas Eve, on Christmas Day, and then again on Boxing Day yesterday, really wanting to send a message to people that they are fed up and they wanted to have stores closed. Again, the mantra all along has been, if we burn, you burn with us, and they want to see the economy be hurt. And retail sales in the latest numbers seeing numbers plummet some 24.3%. And this Christmas season also saw, again, shopping malls devoid, other shopping malls devoid of people as they stayed away, not wanting to risk coming into contact with these kinds of scenes you're seeing here. Christmas Eve was perhaps the most violent, with about 24 people being injured. Tear gas was fired outside the Peninsula Hotel in Tsim Sha Tsui. An HSBC branch was also vandalized. Don't forget Spark Alliance was some of the graffiti that was sprayed on the outside of the HSBC branch. That, of course, is that organization which helped finance some of the legal costs of protesters that saw assets frozen a couple of weeks ago as the police cracked down on suspected money laundering associated with that group. But overall, Carrie Lam saying protesters ruined Christmas with reckless and selfish acts.
Steve, this unrest has already proven to be very durable. Is there an expectation it's going to continue into the new year?
That's all indications point to yes. To answer your question, there's another call for protests at a mall today. I believe it's in Newtown Plaza in Sha Tin. That could be just one. There's also more protests planned for border towns in Shengshui over the weekend, and also the CHRF, which is the large organization which helped call for the large rallies in June, and more recently in early December is calling for another large rally starting in Victoria Park on January 1st. That police permit, though, is pending.
We are now seeing business outlook for the city of Hong Kong plunging. This GTV chart on the Bloomberg showing Hong Kong PMIs now at record lows. What's the economic outlook like then for the city?
It doesn't look good, obviously, as we head, of course, now through the Christmas holiday season, where retail sales are critical to the retail-driven economy here. So those numbers we don't have yet over the last 3 days, but they probably will not look very good. And keep in mind as well that the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year holiday, comes early this year in late January. So if this continues, and this continues to have this kind of momentum, we could see further fall-on effect. And already economists are saying that we could see in the first quarter of next year, in 2020, a wave of bankruptcies in the retail space.